Oh, I don't have the screen. Hi, guys. If I'm not looking at myself, I don't know if I'm live. So I obviously can't do anything.
My phantom power is not high enough.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing today? It's Friday, the last Friday of the month specifically.
Pacifically.
I don't think that's the correct enunciation for that word. I think that's the ocean.
Yeah. Oh, well, probably.
There we are. Now I know that I'm on air.
This has all been a joke up to now.
That's right. I don't know how people do it just looking at the camera and not just looking at themselves.
Well, there's usually like a little teleprompter or something that's underneath it so they can look at the camera.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've seen that. When they zoom out on sets, you see that.
You may put your screen up in front of here?
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yes.
So then
I do.
That would probably help. Then people wouldn't make us think that but that would be awkward to move because that doesn't stay there.
Now you know why the TVs are attached to the ceiling.
That's right. We just like to look up, guys. We're bird watchers here. It's true, though.
Yes, it is true.
It is true.
That's why I like calling you bird.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in a long time. I like to watch birds just on my own. I think they're cool. I love looking out for my hawks. That is one of my favorite pastimes.
My wife and I were taking a walk last night, and it was just almost dark, but the sky just highlighted the tree limbs, and there was a huge owl right in the top of a dead tree, right on the very top.
You never see owls.
Yes, but it had its little horns out.
He was watching you guys.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, did they got anything good in there?
The moon rise last night.
Oh,
probably
yes.
the best one I've seen.
It was almost as bright as the sun.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't take my walk last night. I was real tired when I got home, and I thought about it, and I looked at my dog, and he was like, Mom, let's do this. I was like, I don't think that I can, Miko. I was like, I'm going to just sit.
Tap down.
Done.
Well, you did miss out on the moon.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It was phenomenal.
That's a bummer. It is starting to get a little bit sketchy on like the sun is going down quick these days.
I know.
Fall is here-ish. Is fall here yet? Is that a thing?
Yep.
Okay. Fall is here. Somehow summer just whooshed right by.
Whooshed. Whoosh.
Did it whoosh for everybody else? Because it whooshed for me. But, all right. Well, it's the last Friday of the month.
You know what that means?
So we're doing trading cards. I got my trading card board up here for all of you lovely folks that have sent cards in to us. And if Martin Schultz is in the audience, one day Denny will color his bird and send it
Martin,
to you.
I'm so sorry. I look at that bird every day and think I need to paint that, and then something else happens and I don't. But I will.
He's been working on his saddle commission the last few weeks, and he's been building tapaderos and jockey pockets
and jockey pockets
and saddlebags.
Yeah.
Denny's back in his old saddle swing.
Saddle mode.
Yeah. All right. Well, so I worked yesterday a little bit, and I drew up a cute little floral pattern using your iris.
That's an iris. That's what I would say.
His little iris tap off. Here comes Tony to zoom us in. And I'm still working on getting it drawn here. And then Denny's doing pumpkins. Or they're not, he says they're not pumpkins, but look, it looks like a pumpkin.
It does look like a pumpkin.
Reserve judgment.
Well, it depends on how it turns out.
That's right.
We'll wait till the end to decide if it's a pumpkin or not.
Yeah, so.
It's not supposed to be a pumpkin.
It's supposed to be a almost opened bud.
Yeah.
So close. So close. It's like the night before the morning. So how's everybody doing out there? Is everybody doing good?
That's a great dead weight you got there, Dan.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I can see the back of your hand.
Good.
So it turns out
I have to hold it down with something. If I did it with my teeth, then you would see the back of my head.
That's a good point. Let's go look at Liz.
So today might be a little bit on the quiet side because once again, when I'm working, it's also hard for me to be talking.
There's one way to fix that, you know.
Not work.
Everybody's favorite sidekick.
Tony's in the house. Son of a gun. You made me move my thing.
I'm sorry.
I think I will strop the old knife. You brought your little leather wrangler's knife.
I did. I brought my leather wrangler. It's my swivel knife. You wanna do that too? On mine? I'll let you strap my little knife.
I will. I brought Barry today. I thought pumpkins deserved Barry.
I think pumpkins and berry probably go good together. I'm really nervous that I'm not, but we'll see. All right. He's tired today. It's been a long week.
Oh, because it's shooting at 120 frames a second. Are you game? Why do we keep going back to that? I told you it does crazy things where it won't save the settings that you have them.
I was gonna say I guess I still should have checked it because I didn't think it had gotten used since yesterday's live shot.
Yeah.
It just got turned off and turned back on.
All right, I'm gonna hit the picture-in-picture leather cards, and then I'll have to adjust screens again.
It moved, but it's okay. Well, Denny, so you got your axle.
Got my axle.
So that means the vacation can happen.
The vacation can happen, but now I have a tire problem.
I know. Denny is having a hard time getting on the road this year, guys. But I feel like, you've all got it worked out in time. You got got about another week here.
Is it that soon?
Yeah, FarmFest is next weekend.
Oh boy.
Oh lordy.
If you guys can't figure out which one Denny is and which one Liz is, then I can't help you.
Yeah, Liz is the one with the wrinkled old hands.
Denny's the one with the cute MIDI finger on his first finger. He's really getting into the hipsteries these days.
Yeah, you're on opposite sides right now, so.
Oh.
Retired Hyde Leathercraft. I was talking to him a little bit last night on Facebook. Coming down from Kalamazoo next Thursday. I said, if you time it right and you come for live shopping, you can come hang out in the studio.
Kalamazoo, that's a place?
Are you kidding me?
I don't think that I am.
Oh, well, yes. Okay, then in that case, yes, Kalamazoo is a place in Michigan.
Sounds like a...
It's sort of like
a funny story place.
Yeah, that's what people say about Springfield.
Yeah, I think...
The people in Kalamazoo say that about Springfield.
It's like Waka Waka, Walla Walla, Washington.
Mm.
It's one of those cartoon names.
We have a Walla Walla State Park. Isn't it Walla Walla? Where you can go where the castle is?
Ha Ha Tonka.
Ha Ha Tonka. That's
Yes.
what it is.
It's close to Walla Walla, just different letters.
Hot Tonka's a pretty neat place.
It is. Kalamazoo, I think, is more of like a college town. Retired Hyde says going to bring proof. Let me bring proof down to you that Kalamazoo is a real place.
I mean, I believe you. It just sounded like a not real place.
I should have my macro for when we have the cameras like this. Like
Your what?
A lens.
no technology stuff, a macro thing. A macro is
I wouldn't understand, right?
no. I mean, I've had to help you turn your phone on before.
Yes, you have. Before and probably in the future.
In the past and in the present.
Where is Kevin? Kevin is on the road.
Again. Poor guy. He really can't catch a break these last. I mean, he went on vacation, which is great, but he had to go pick up a pool table from his brother.
Oh,
Latigo said that Waka Waka, Washington would be better than Walla Walla, Washington. Yeah, if you guys only heard what I said yesterday, it'd make you laugh more than what you're doing right here. It's raining where Carrie T is. Hand stitching and watching.
Oh, Denny, you're on it. All right, here we go. Denny's quick today.
I am?
We've already mostly cut. Maybe when Kevin came by yesterday and he was like, "Are you going to get all that tool tomorrow?" I was a little cocky when I said yes.
Hey, the hour is still young.
All right, we're going to switch around cameras. Hang on. There's maybe cameras in this shot right here. No. Hold tight.
I'm tight.
Okay.
Listen, I got
Hold looser. You're holding too tight.
Just relax your grip.
15 to 300. No. Trying to give Liz a chance to catch up.
thanks.
They would like that.
See, I made mine with a lot less lines than you have. Just foul you up.
Denny went easy this week.
You're good. You can take off, Denny.
Thanks, I'm off.
What? Now, how did you get? Are you done swivel knifing? I moved these cameras to get you swivel knifing, and now
Well,
you're done.
I'm going to swivel knife again. I need to set these two
Oh, your flower centering.
pumpkin centers.
Pumpkin centers. That doesn't look like a bottom of a pumpkin at all.
That's because it's not supposed to be a pumpkin.
Sorry, pumpkin. There's Liz over here. Put her mallet up in the way so that we can't.
Sorry.
All right, got it all readjusted now. Just in time for. Take your time, but hurry up.
Yeah. What my boss used to tell me. Hurry every chance you get, but don't go faster than you can go and still do a good job.
So I will continue on the pace that I'm on. Susan's husband.
Yeah?
Is commenting. And Susan's husband says, please ban her from buying on your auctions. I don't think I can continue to work overtime to pay for it. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm done with my swivel knife for now. Is it okay if I do this, Tony?
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Nope. You can't do that yet.
I can't?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll just hang.
I'm going to be at this for a minute, so.
All right, hang on. You watch Liz do that on one screen while I move this other camera around so we can get to Denny. Hold, please. Watch Liz over on that side of the screen. Let me get Denny set up. I only need like 4 more cameras and then we'll have it.
Remember when you used to have one and you would carry it around?
I do, on a gimbal.
Yeah, I remember, and before you had the gimbal, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you were real excited when you got your gimbal.
Yeah, because I didn't have to. Okay, where'd your card go? Is that where you're working at?
Yes, approximately.
Let's see what we can do from there.
All right.
Go for it. You're going to see the back of Denny's hand because I can't get to the other side of the room. There's Liz on both ones. There's Denny.
Wow. Hello, Luna. There's Luna.
Just that guy's hitting stuff.
It's going to be quite an investment if we add more cameras. Because I'll need a new camera switcher. Because I'm maxed out on cameras.
We're at our max, which is probably why we haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 'cause I think we've said it a lot of times, but then it's not just like, oh yeah, we'll just buy another camera.
Denny, you've used one of the yokeless swivel knives, haven't you?
Yes, I used that one that Liz brought back.
What did you think about it?
I couldn't get used to it. All I have to say about that yokeless swivel knife and the other one, what's his name? Dwayne Watts, yeah. Both of his knives are fine knives, well machined, nicely made. But I think if you don't use one to begin with, it's going to be hard for you to get used to. If you start out with one, I think you will do great with it. But I just could not master undoing what I always did.
Yeah. It's not a new dog trick you wanted to learn?
Right. Well, if I was on a deserted island and that's all I had, by golly, I would learn how to use it.
Yeah.
You know?
What's your beveler number?
Well, this is an SKB 702-2.
And you're using an Edlabar maul.
Yes, an Edlabar maul.
I think Denny's strop that he has here is the same strop that he's had for how old are you, Denny? How long have you had that strop?
I'll be 21 soon.
Woo!
Yeah.
We're gonna go party.
I've had this strop for quite a while. I don't know.
How often do you say replace it?
I would never have to replace it.
Yep.
I might lose it, and I would have to replace it.
Right, but you would never replace it on
No.
purpose. Just
I don't
because
think-
oh, it's all tired and worn out, I need to replace it.
Yeah. As far as the strop goes, just don't use a real, especially for a swivel knife, don't use a real fuzzy piece of leather. Because most people use the rough side. And if
Leather
you-
wrangler.
Yeah.
Somebody noticed that.
So
Might
you
have go.
use
Yeah.
a real firm, tight grain piece of leather to make your strop out of, and you'll do pretty well with a swivel knife.
Swift says, get that strop a drink since it's almost 21. I bet you Denny could say the name of the tool one more time.
SKB
SKB
702
702
-2.
-2 702 -2.
This also corresponds with a Berry King. I believe this is about a 1/4 inch beveler.
Yeah.
And we also have a PB 013, I believe, that we sell that it would correspond with nicely.
Ann Johnson says she was born in Kalamazoo.
Hmm. So it's got to be a real place.
If she was born there, it probably is. It's probably a wild and crazy place.
I'm going really slow here with my beveler because I want it to be round like a pumpkin. You know what I mean?
You don't want a lumpy pumpkin?
No.
Sometimes pumpkins are lumpy.
I know. I saw one at the grocery store the other day. Had warts all over it.
What an ugly pumpkin. All right. Finished. All done.
All right.
Steve says, I'm sure you remember when Jeweler Rouge was red. I think it was
do.
red, green,
I
and
do.
white.
Yeah, well, yeah,
There's many.
the different grades of it,
Yeah.
the different grades of aggregate in it.
The grit or whatever.
Right.
They're polishing compounds.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. I believe the red is a bit finer than the white. The green is a bit more coarse than the red.
Green for grinding, red for reshaping, white for I can't make up any. I'm just making that up. That's not actual true. You're on the beveling now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're going to see where the cameras are, so I got to... Oh, we'll go to overhead. There you go. Look at that for a second. Tooling.
Say that 4 times
I
fast.
can't even say it once very good. That water bottle.
Then he gets no more water.
Die of thirst. I have to publicly compliment you on your practice swivel knife cuts.
Oh, thanks.
Show those to the public here.
I think we're up here, but I can't
Yeah.
see.
No, I switched.
Okay, never mind.
Those are delightful.
Here.
They belong in a magazine somewhere.
No, they don't.
Or on a magazine, or under maybe
I like that
under.
leaf on the very end. That's a very nice job. Little
I
frill
had
that
fun.
from
I
that
started this one, and then my ends didn't quite match up. So he's an abstract leaf, and then I kept going.
Yeah,
We got some little
those are
bushies
nice.
in there. Some peacock-looking feathers.
Just very fluid, very nicely done. You can compete with Kevin and Jim Linnell.
No. Maybe another 10 years.
Man, we're all up in your business.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, it's good that your business right now is tooling leather. Craziest thing, I went to buy a polishing compound and they carded me.
Interesting.
Is that a true story?
That's Carrie T. I think she lives in California, so. And if you don't, Carrie, I apologize. Steve said he found some that he had misplaced 20 years ago.
How was it?
Hard.
Hello, Loons. How you doing?
Right between Denny's legs.
She said, "Would you quit hitting on that thing?"
I'm trying to sleep down here. Great shot. That.
Okay, so when I beveled this, I bevel on the inside, correct?
Bevel on this side.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So what's going on at FarmFest with us this year, Liz?
We'll be live.
Really?
Yeah, it's always going to come out just on Friday.
Cool. I'll be there on Friday. Saturday, I think, I still haven't looked again, but I'm pretty sure Saturday is that.
There's a wedding at some point. I feel like probably about the same. We're just gonna Go sell cowhide rugs.
Talk to people.
Yeah.
Hi, Wayne. What is FarmFest? It's a fest of farm.
It's like a farm fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody brings their animals and they show them. Everybody brings their equipment and sells it. Everybody comes by the Springfield Leather booth and buys a cowhide rug. Remember that if you come out, that's a
requirement.
Yes.
You must buy a rug.
Or zingers.
And zingers.
Oh,
a
and
rug
zingers.
and zingers.
Okay. Farm equipment. So there's a lot of farm equipment that's there. There's little baby chicks that you can buy.
John got some baby chicks in the mail the other day.
Then us as a supplier, there's glove people that are there.
There's hundreds of vendors.
Anything that you would do on your farm is probably going to be there festing.
Yeah. So it's just happens the first weekend of every October. If you're in the 4-state area, you are at all a farmer, you've probably been.
I'd like to visit Carrie in New Hampshire.
Oh no, you were on the wrong side of the country.
Basically. Yeah, the only way I could be further away is if Carrie was in Maine.
New Hampshire's pretty close.
Yep. I'd like to visit there. You want to go to New Hampshire, Denny?
That wouldn't be bad. I'll tell you someplace I would like to see.
All right,
Would
let's
be
hear it.
Maine.
Maine?
Me too.
I've never
Well,
been
look,
to
if
Maine.
we go all the way up to
That's
New
as
Hampshire,
far north as you can get in the USSSS.
We should go with Jen in the office. She's
well,
from
at least
Maine.
on the East Coast.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Alaska's further north than Maine.
okay. On the
East Coast.
lower 48
Lower 48.
of that.
Specifically.
Very well.
Pacific.
Especially
Pacific
Pacifically.
side, yes.
That would be Alaska on the Pacific.
It's on the Pacific side.
Yeah, it is. Maine, however, is not. It's on the non-Pacific side. But Vermont, New Hampshire, and we might as well eat some lobsters up in Maine.
Yeah.
We'll have a lobster fest.
Ugh. I've been watching, there's a show on Netflix called Somebody Feed Phil, which is adorable if you like food shows. Anyways,
Or if you care about Phil at all.
Yeah, he's pretty fun. And so I guess he has family up in Maine, so he spends an episode up there, and they do eat a lot of lobster.
So Carrie says, 40 minutes from Maine. Beautiful here. If you ever want to come and visit, we're welcome. We'll bring a side of leather. William said, Maine is lovely. Do not recommend the lobster ice cream.
Well, I'm glad you told me that because I had my heart set on it.
Yeah, I was just really thinking that I was going to get me some of that.
My mouth was watering.
Yeah, check that off the list. Dandelion agrees with you that Feed Phil is good.
I really like it.
Odin says I heard there's good fishing in Maine.
I think so.
Denny, how old is your dead weight?
Oh, God. Next month I will have been here 10 years, and I think I made this one the first year I was here. So this one's 10 years old. And so is that one you're using, I believe. That's the one Elizabeth had at her computer. She used it to...
Oh,
on his
her
arrest.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How many projects do you think it's helped with? Every one.
Oh, God. Several hundred.
I know Dean was here earlier, but he must have put himself in the corner.
He was thinking bad thoughts.
Yeah. Instead of typing him, he's getting better. He just went and put himself in the corner. He's like, I'll watch from over here.
Yeah.
Away from keyboard.
I knew this was coming. So.
What kind of leather? Do you remember what kind of leather you made that out of?
They're both just a nice supple, like upholstery type leather. Deerskin or elk skin makes a really nice one. I don't like them real firm.
How about that soft tan stuff that we have?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't suggest an oil tan leather because the oil might transfer to your project.
Yeah.
Oil tan.
Yeah, soft tan is still a veg.
I've got one on my cutting table that was made out of deerskin, and I've had it for...
Your big one?
No.
Mm.
That small one with that's real cruddy and flaky looking.
Oh, yeah.
I've had it for 30 years or more.
I'll say it.
But I've cleaned it several times with oxalic acid. And by the way, deer and oxalic acid don't get along real well.
No.
Yeah, it gives it leprosy or something.
It gets a little polka dotty.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that one doesn't have a lot of like flesh left on the leather.
Yeah.
It's mostly just grain.
Martin likes your ring.
Oh, thanks.
Dean walked across the room to type, "I'm still here, Anthony." Wayne wants to know, what did you fill it with?
Lead shot.
Lead shot.
Every time.
Probably number 6. Something small.
Where's everybody else's trading cards? We haven't gotten a trading card in a while. Liz is going to have to trade her card away. Are you going to trade your card away? Somebody get one of your cards?
I already have a plan for it.
You got a plan for it? What's the plan?
I can't tell you.
It looks like you're going to be starting next month then. You're going to be replacing... We're going to have 3 toolers up here. So somebody can get one of your cards.
Oh, I'm not here next month. The end of the month.
Neither am I.
All right. Looks like it's going to be me and Kevin. Probably be a delightful video. Latigo said number 6 steel shot and Herman Oak 3-ounce belly scraps. Joshua asked a question. Denny, without being able to see a picture of his tooling, why would my cut line still look sharp and 90 degrees after beveling the side that's not beveled? Is the leather not wet enough?
I'm not quite understanding.
I think we'd have to see a picture, Josh. Oh, wow.
I mean, the side that you're not beveling is 90 degrees.
Yeah. And if you aren't getting an actual bevel with a burnish on it, your moisture content is wrong, or your leather is not suitable.
Maybe the side that he was beveling.
Yeah,
He said the side not beveled, but the side not beveled should be 90.
Yes, it should be 90. Unless you bevel a bit deeper than you've cut, then it will kind of pull that sharp edge down.
Yeah.
Do people ever go through and round that edge, Denny?
Sure, I do a lot. That's called a back bevel. On certain parts, like on this little fold over deal, I'll back bevel this. It'll make it look round.
And you have the
And I will back bevel these pumpkins too.
You have a swivel knife that has a back bevel on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to, like, that's just another step, right? That's
Right.
another tool. It's another step.
Right.
It's something that you can do if you want to do it. You don't have to do it.
Yeah. It just adds a little different effect. Some people don't like a back bevel look, you know. I never used a back bevel until I saw someone else using it, and I thought, wow, that's cool.
That's fun.
So I started using one.
This is quite possibly the craziest stamp I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. I brought my little maker's mark in. So I got that from, he might even have been Ukrainian.
Is that your lizard?
Mm-hmm. I got it on Etsy back when I very first started. And yeah, he's EDM'd. So it's like the whole thing. So if I ever like needed to, I guess I could resurface him. I don't know. But I almost never use it in the case because I can't see where it's at. Like, I mean, there's some issues with the whole situation. So typically I just take them out and I just line it up wherever I'm going to line it up. And then I just stamp them like that. Or just hit it with a mallet. But it is fun.
Is that steel?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you could have your little husband weld a little handle on that.
You probably could.
You
Yeah, I can see where you
probably
hit it on
could,
this.
but probably would. Is that different?
All right. He would if I asked. Probably.
Josh said it's hard to explain. The outside of your flower looks soft and rolled on, and his almost as sharp. And I think it's maybe just because it's not really showing up on camera very well. Hang on. Can I see yours real quick, Denny? Sorry, Luna. Oh. Maybe that looks a little bit better. That they are
Yeah,
sharp on the side. That he's not beveled. It is sharp.
The part that's beveled should look beveled. The other part should be straight up and down. It should be just like a little bluff there, a little cliff.
Yeah. So it looks like if it is, Josh, then kudos. Good job. Lobster ice cream is gross.
Is it a real thing?
I think
Carrie T said, lobster ice cream is gross.
I'm glad to hear that because I was sure thinking that.
Yeah. Mark that off the list.
Yeah, that's not my.
We'll have to do something else now, Denny.
I poured that out of my bucket.
Yeah.
All right. I am beveled.
Oh. Where? Shut on my window. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, you could lay down that sharp side, Steve. Exactly right, with a modeling spoon. Something.
Yeah, modeling spoon works fine to back bevel with. In fact, that's what Kevin told me. He said, "Why do you use a back bevel? I always use the modeling spoon."
Kevin loves the modeling spoon.
Yeah. Kevin does different stuff than I do, you know.
That's for sure.
Yeah, he got really into the figure stuff. and coloring leather. I don't really feel like you ever got super excited about
that's never been one of my deals.
painting things.
Well, I always thought leather was supposed to look like leather,
Right.
you know. That's not to say that painted leather isn't beautiful.
Give it a try. Lobster ice cream is like vanilla with little chunks of lobster meat in it.
With little claws.
It's really got a bite to it. A pinch. Just a pinch of lobster.
I mean, I like some fun ice creams, but I don't know about that.
My favorite ice cream is like my favorite shake.
Vanilla.
Look, we're looking at the very top of your head.
Oh, sorry.
Now we can see Denny's leather. Oh, what about garlic ice cream?
I've had some really good savory ice creams. There's a place, where were we? Was it Atlanta? I feel like it's a place I've been a lot, but I'm kind of blanking on where it was at. And we went to this ice cream shop, and they had just all sorts of fun flavors. And, I mean, Chris has to eat all of them, of course. So we end up with, I don't know, 7 or 8 different ice creams that we're trying out. And there's some fun ones that are savory.
What seems to be the problem here, Liz?
All right, I think I got everything beveled except for my border, which I forgot to do first. But we won't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I think it looks
You
okay.
forgot the undershot too.
Okay.
Or you can,
Oh,
you can use these if you desire to.
okay. I think I got them beveled all right, but it will be better to undershot. Shh, I forgot my undershots.
I agree,
before you background.
Okay. Yeah, Chris loves ice cream. He loves ice cream. I can't explain to people how much Chris loves ice cream.
There's no words.
There's no words. I know.
I'm not sure where you're at.
Oh, that's actually good.
Perfect. Steve, you should have her try lobster ice cream. If 2 of her favorite things are lobster and ice cream. Ruin them both at once.
When I was a little kid, my family had moved to Denver. My grandparents were still back here on the farm. They didn't get to town much. But my dad, they came to visit us in Denver, which was one of the very few trips they had ever took in their whole life. But my dad decided he was going to take them out and treat them to lobster.
Oh, yeah? How'd that
Yeah.
go?
Well, my grandfather, he didn't like it. He said every time he tried to chew it, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. But I'm not kidding when I say they didn't get to town much.
That's how I feel about my uncle.
They had to bring the whole wagon train in when they came to town.
Yeah. Well, they lived across the river. You had to go across a low water bridge, and they were the end of the road. So if you crossed that bridge and went up the hill and weren't there to see them, you were lost.
They were it.
Yeah. and he would go to town to Ash Grove, which is a small town. Now it's about 900 people. Then it was less.
And that was going to town?
He went to town and he'd buy, if my grandmother wanted sugar or something, he'd buy sugar. She made all their own bread, you know, just essentials is all they would buy. And they would butcher their own meat, you know, and grew. They had a huge garden, grew like an acre of potatoes. And they had tomato plants. They'd grow tomatoes almost as big as these rocks. You know, so they didn't need much, and they sure didn't buy much.
Wayne's already started in on dessert for today. Had hot fudge cake, ice cream,
The water.
and what? I haven't drank it all yet.
Speaking of which, it's time for me to take a sip of coffee. My
Coffee break.
My hourly sip. I've never tooled a pumpkin flower before, so I'm kind of playing it by ear.
Well,
Why you don't have pumpkins in your ears? Do you strop or sharpen a hair blade tool?
You shouldn't need to. I don't
that would be.
I don't like
How
the
would you do that?
blades on my hair blade to actually be sharp enough to cut. I like them just to make an impression. So I would, to me, no, I wouldn't.
All right. I guess we're gonna background. Oh, I need to do
You gonna look at the petals?
this. Yes.
Push and wiggle. Then left. Hopefully that's the shot you were talking about, Latigo. Latigo said you should do some shots. Undershots. You got your bar grounder going over there, Denny?
I already did my bar grounder.
Now what are you working on?
This was the leaf liner.
Leaf
and
liner.
I just finished with it.
So if you do it on pumpkins, it's called a pumpkin liner then?
It's called a pumpkin liner,
Yeah.
a stem liner.
Stem liner?
I guess I don't know,
All right.
but I'm going back to my center liner.
You're fast.
William likes your geometric shape that you have there. Really adds a little contrast to it.
I thought it was
does.
fun.
I like it.
I wanted to put a little Liz with my Denny.
And you have succeeded. Had complete and utter success.
Steve uses a straight line beveler and just drags it along to get hairlines.
You can do that, or use it like a stylus, or you can even do it with a swivel knife,
Which one do you prefer?
hair blade.
Not one that goes in your swivel knife?
Yeah, I have one that goes in the swivel knife. Yeah. Oh, is that what he was saying?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
a hair blade tool or a hair blade for a swivel knife.
Yeah. Well, the one that we sell has two different coarsenesses of hair blades, one on each end, but they're detachable. They've got a little set screw in it, and you can pull them out and put those in a swivel
Really?
knife. Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
Look, guys, we learned something new today.
Denny, do you do oak and acorn belts? Something I'd like to learn. The answer is yes.
Yes.
If it's a bell,
He doesn't
Denny's
do
done.
acorn belts. He does acorn.
Acorns. Yeah.
Acorn
I
belt.
don't do acorns. Acorns.
That's
Well,
too
I don't know
many.
where they're from.
That's,
Some country that I'm not aware of.
Denny prefers the hair blade and the swivel knife. I know that because that's the only one I can find at the desk when I take it to use it.
yeah, Denny has, like, you go over to Denny's desk and there's like 7 different swivel knives. And you have to, like, pull them out until you find the one that's actually a
A
swivel
swivel
knife.
Yeah. Like, oh, nope, that's the hair blade again. Brian, the weight is filled with lead or steel shot. Something heavy and small.
Yeah, the heavier the better, because that's the purpose.
That's the weight part.
Sand is not heavy enough.
Not at all.
We tried.
And either are BBs.
Luna, you don't need to go anywhere. You're just fine.
Bye.
Luna.
You've been in here the whole time.
Oh, Luna kicked it. Carrie says that Denny, your flower bud reminds him of a Maykoff, a cabbage rose bud.
All right.
That's what it is. We figured it out.
Yeah.
We knew you were
I
gonna
was going to say that, but shoot.
Liz called it a pumpkin and got you all confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dadgummit, Liz. Don't confuse Denny.
So easily done.
Yeah, Dean Latigo said he had used steel shot with his, but I think we've done.
Yeah, we tried steel shot.
It didn't work out. It's light.
Yeah.
Hello. How are
Welcome back, Luna.
Hi.
She's pawing at you. She's like, "Can you stop with that? I've had enough. I've listened to it for almost an hour. It's all I can take." Lifted.
It's lifted.
Denny's
Oh,
chicken and egg.
sorry, I can't pay attention to both of us. You're on your own, Denny.
Okay, that's going to be the next tooling trick. We're going to lay down a pattern. Ready for this? We're going to lay down a pattern. Everybody's going to do the same pattern. You're going to hold your tool while watching the other person's project to see how that works out.
That sounds awful. We will not do that.
I think Luna wants to go outside. She's brought you almost every toy that she has in this room.
Which is significant.
And a few sticks. Latigo didn't want lead in a shop, so he used steel.
Well, that's fine. I've always been kind of worried, wondering if people would be adverse to lead. Some are, some aren't.
I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean, Denny's not eating his dead weight.
and it is encased in leather.
And inside is there yours wrapped in plastic too, or no?
No.
Yeah, you could wrap it in plastic
Yeah.
and then cover it with leather.
Maybe Justin will let me out.
Yeah, she didn't want that. Oh,
I gave her a treat.
Thanks.
she spit it out and then she.
Yeah.
Luna has been treated as somebody treated Luna earlier.
I gave her a treat.
Oh, SK did. Luna has been treated.
That's all my background.
Right.
All right, Denny.
You got 6 minutes.
Cool. How do I do these kind of leaves? So in between all my...
Just remember to fan around and remember the center
Mm-hmm.
of that deal, because you got a long kind of a flowing petal and it's kind of hard to visualize
Right here.
sometimes.
Where's your pointer at?
Yeah, every lobe.
Every lobe that you flared up
Yep.
betwixt them.
Betwixt them, yeah.
We'll have to get Dan and Rusty to do trading cards with Kevin. Rusty and I did trading cards before. You can see it. Rusty and I did them because nobody else was here, so we did it. It was a fantastic time.
Spencer might do one too.
Oh, Spencer's done, I think. I feel like he came in and did a trading card. Yeah, he's good.
Susan says bribing Luna, trying to get her husband to, trying to ignore her husband.
All right, I'm going to use this back beveler now if anyone's interested, but that's not it.
No, you have to try again. The first pull did not work out. Second one?
I got it.
There it is.
Okay, I'm going to go around this.
Oh, hang on. Let me switch the camera right quick so we can look at you. Hold please, Denny.
Hold, please. I'm holding.
Stop what you're doing.
Let me.
Hold on, we're going to go for a ride, everybody. Just hold your breath and close your eyes if you're motion sickness. We'll go slow. Ish. Oh. All right. Where'd you go, Mom?
All right.
Go for it.
You said okay, as in all right? Okay. Yeah, I'm just going around the outside.
All right, hold on a second. I got to take a further trip. Okay, carry on.
Okay.
Here, I'll show you your stuff.
All this is doing is just knocking off that square corner.
Knock it off.
Making this
knocking off
thing-
his corners.
Making this thing look spherical instead of just like a flat deal. I'm also calling each one of these little deals.
Anybody on here do a Gia monster pattern? Type that into Google and put vector after it. VECTOR. Or I'm sure you could probably type it into some sort of AI creator. It'll spit you out something good. Denny, can you move back in? There you go.
Find your own.
Then he says, we've gotten past this.
And he's only going to tool when Liz is tooling too. So she doesn't push him around the granite.
Done that, I'm going to reset those little centers. No, first I'm going to do this.
Latigo talks about. He said, "Yeah, that. Hello."
You do that right here. Thanks. Well, it doesn't matter. You can't
Cool.
see anyways.
Striker checking in late on YouTube instead of Twitch this time.
Whatever you would call these. They're cute is what they are.
They're adorable. Okay, nobody tell Kevin I didn't get this done. It's our little secret. I had a lot of confidence in myself yesterday. But also, I had to fill your guys' live shopping orders this morning. Otherwise, I probably would have had it all traced and cut before we did that.
What happens in the studio stays in the studio.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can you make a t-shirt that says "Got leather"?
Photoshop a picture of Denny with milk mustache.
With a milk mustache. That'll be the name.
I have a
on
picture of
that.
Denny with a mustache. I found it.
No, a milk mustache.
Oh. Oh, Denny, did you see
Gotcha.
Quentin was in yesterday?
I did see him.
All right,
Yeah.
so he came in, and then he left, and Isaac was like, "Who's that monster?" And so we went down the whole rabbit hole, and I was like, and he's a twin. And so I have a picture of him and his brother in Gathering from forever ago. And so anyways, I was looking through all the old pictures, and I found some pictures of you making that mini saddle.
Oh, yeah.
And you didn't have your beard then, you just had your little mustache. And Isaac was like, "I don't know if I like that, Denny." He said beard Denny is better.
Yeah, I think so. You can't see as much that
Oh,
way.
there you go. Perfect, Striker. Watching on YouTube and on Twitch all at the same time. You can make it a three-peat and join up on Facebook. William must be having a tornado test. It must be 12 o'clock. The sirens are going off. No sirens here. Those are on Wednesday for us.
All right, Denny, on the swirl, do I bevel the swirl? Or not bevel it, but do this thing?
No.
Nope, just leave them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would use this and just kind of go around this world.
Oh.
Remember how we did?
I do remember that.
Oh, with the old camouflage?
Makes them look like those fiddlehead
On
fern.
the inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, somebody's
Start
vacuuming out
here.
there. Maybe that's what.
Remember to go perpendicular. If you try and do it like this or like this, it'll mark on the outside.
Okay.
You just kind of and kind of tip it this way.
Okay.
So it kind of pushes it.
I think this is all you're going to get done, Elizabeth.
Okay.
What is the tool Denny had in SK to knock the edge off? Your swivel knife.
Yeah, the back.
Do we have the back beveler? Do we
No.
carry one?
No.
Where'd you get it?
Barry King sells
Go
it.
figure. Barry King has them.
I made mine, by the way.
With a 8-penny nail? Nice.
No, just an old beveler tool or something that I had. I just. Yeah, you can show them
Justin's
a
over here
picture of it
chomping
if
away.
you want to. You want to show them a close up of it?
Nah.
Wow.
Give it to
Okay.
me.
All right, got it.
There you go. That's what she looks like. Dean says, back to basics for you.
All right. Well, I guess that's the day.
The day is dang near gone.
Neither one of us got done.
Oh, look at that.
I kind of like my little pumpkin.
Yeah, that's cute.
What do you think of that shot?
That's a dandy right there.
Yeah, just the camera.
Blocked out what you needed to block out.
Got the camera sitting in the way. All right. You gonna say bye anything? Wave?
Thank you guys.
Bye, guy.
One day we'll get Denny to blow a kiss.
Blow some spit. Luke says bye.
Wednesday next week. Do you remember what's happening Wednesday next week?
Yeah, next week on Wednesday, Denny and Tony will be talking about needles. All the needles that you could possibly see or use in leatherworking. So if you got any questions, let us know. But they will be going over all of that, and I will be gone because it's my anniversary.
And then Friday,
Oh, and then Friday we'll be at FarmFest.
we'll be live at FarmFest
Yeah.
hanging out.
Alrighty, folks. Have a great weekend.
See ya.
Bye.